Well, guys, it's been a minute since I put anything on because I had a project in the garage and I really didn't have anything to film. It's like the car I'm working on is like working on a tree. So it was just ugly. All right, so this is a car I've gotten in just a minute ago and I haven't touched the car yet. And I've only looked at it from afar. This is a 1925 Dodge. I'm not sure about everything about what it is exactly just yet. I think it's the 116 or 216, something along those lines. I'll have to do my homework on it to see if I can figure out what it is. So let me give you guys a look-see at what it looks like right at this moment until I start cleaning it and pulling junk out of it. All right, here we go. Let's look at it together. All right, so there she is. First time it's been out in the sunlight, probably in a short while. So overall, it doesn't look horrible. I'm hoping there's more pieces here because it looks like it's missing a couple of things, and sometimes that is a problem. It's like the bumper. I think there's probably a guard or some sheet metal, maybe, that goes in through there. I'm not sure yet. Tires are no big deal. Let me see. I don't know about the rim, how the rims work, so I'll have to figure that out. It's got a bunch of stuff on the inside of the car. Overall body, not bad. The fenders aren't rotted out. The apron there is not bad. The running boards, I don't pay much attention to the running boards. I usually take it on the chin. And of course the glass isn't the end of the world. That's an odd piece of glass. It looks like it's two pieces, but I don't think it's a little piece that goes down and a big piece that stays up. I'm not sure about that. Now the roof looks like somebody is, let's see what we got going on with the roof. I'm not so sure what I can stand on. Well, I see. Someone has put a sheet metal roof on it. Yep, that's exactly what it is. I'm sure it had a vinyl roof, and they took the vinyl off and did a sheet metal roof, which that's got to go. I mean, I want to keep the car looking good, but that's got to go. And let's see what we got in here. See, we got a spare rim. I'm going to get my arm cut off if I stick it in there. A couple of seats. Look like some side panels. Well, the floor doesn't look bad. And I don't think the wood, what I can see with wood, it doesn't look too awful terrible. So I might get lucky and this be a fairly quick fix. Just do some interior work and make it look like I got three tires. I guess I can call her a three-wheeler. Let's see. This is a pretty trick. I guess that was a gas tank sight glass right there. Spare tire mount. Okay, that's not bad. That thing's usually, it is cracked. I'm saying usually the glass is broken and it's cracked right across there. So it's, I can't tell what's going on with the paint. It almost looks like maybe once 100 years ago somebody primered it and the primer is completely dead. These got strange looking door hinges. they're round. No, not sure about that. See how that's just a round pole. I guess it's a big bolt that's in there. Oh, bullet hole. Yeah, somebody caught her. So, looks like the front and back seat. Oh yeah, she's perfect. The windshield is intact. Looks like it's got a sticker right over there in the corner that's in sad shape. I might be able to get a year off of it. It might have been an inspection sticker. Steering wheel is in great condition. Nice steering wheel. It's a wooden steering wheel. Usually they're busted to hell. But this one is, yeah, this steering wheel feels perfect. And it's a pretty neat steering column. It's got the levers here for advance, throttle, and distributor. Looks like got a door handle busted over on the other side. Probably I'm going to find some more, I guess. Somebody's put a battery box in it, homemade battery box down there. It looks like it's big enough to stick a D8 in it, so that's a monstrous box. The dashboard, okay, the gauge looked like it might have been broken, but the gauge isn't broken as far as I can tell, and the dashboard appears to be intact. So that's pretty neat. And I guess this is the high-tech wiper, you know, so it's that's pretty cool. You can open the front top half of the windshield. It looks like you can open just the bottom half of the windshield. All right, so that's the roundy round part of the car. Let's look at stuff that's could be ugly. All we can do is hope for the best, since I've never had the hood up. And you guys might think, why in the hell would I buy a car that you haven't looked at? Well, I did look at it, but like I said, only from a distance. It was in a garage, packed to where I couldn't get to the car. And the fellow that owned it, he was going to take this car and stick it on a S10 Chevrolet frame. And I thought it was an awful untouched type car that needed to have something else done to it besides that. I mean, yes, that might have been okay, but I think this car being saved as an original car would be doing justice to the car. Now, that's why I did it, and it didn't cost me anything to speak of, because I had a 46 Buick Fastback that needed everything and a lot of rust. And David is good with stuff like that. So the car, that's his cup of tea. He likes to fool with these cars. Now, David does some cool stuff. It's just when he starts taking things like this and putting a Chevrolet frame under it, and if you're going to do this, I guess that's the thing to do, but I just couldn't let him do it. So I had to somehow talk him out of it. So I bit the bullet, and I swapped him the 46 Buick. And, you know, I had a little bit in the Buick, probably more than this car's worth, but that's okay. If it makes Dave happy with the swap, and I'm happy with this, because I get to bring this thing back to life, and that's good. And he's going to make something really cool out of that Buick, because it's a cool car. If you've ever looked up one to see what they look like, you know, so he can do his Cadillac job under it, and you know, he'll drive like a Cadillac and look like a Buick. But he's got the talent to do that, so it's all good. I wish I had to weld like he does, because man, can he weld. He's done such a beautiful job on some stuff. But let's take a look at this thing and see what we got. Here you go. First time lifting it up. I hope there's an engine in it. Well, what do you know? I better not let go of the hood. It looks like it's frozen in place. Well, it's, Jesus Christ, look at the size of the, oh, it's going to stay there. The generator. I mean, this thing is, that's got a generator and a half on it. Look at that thing. That's as big as an engine. I've never seen a generator. If it was this size back here, it would be big. But this, oh man, that is a wide unit. And what is the deal with the pulley is all the way on the other side of the engine that drives the fan. See, there's no harmonic balancer there. And it's got a hand crank. Huh. And there's the carburetor right there. Where's the inlet? What the heck? The inlet for the carburetor goes through the engine to the other side. That's the air intake. There's the tube. Come out of the carburetor and go straight through the middle of the engine. Huh, that's pretty neat and different. I see the squirrels have made a nest. And this is, oh, it's a vacuum type fuel pump. That's what this is. It's a vacuum fuel pump. Boy, this thing is weird. You know, nothing cut and dry on it. This is the fuel. Wait a minute. I guess this is a vacuum. Yeah, I was going to say that's an odd place, but that's the vacuum. And then the fuel is just gravity fed here into the bottom. Okay, yeah, I got it. All right, so it'll take a little while for me to figure out all this stuff. It looks like she's all here on this side. No, oh, I think this has got, is this? Yeah, this is hard to see right there. Little pole. It's probably had some kind of sight thing on it so you could see it, but this is how you check the oil. This floats. My Nashes have the same kind of setup. Yeah, you can see you can pull it way up out of the ground, out of the block. So it's got a little float in there that floats on top of the oil. And it feels like it's got some oil in it. So it's, yeah, it's about, yeah, it looks like about a ½ inch of something. Maybe it's sludge, but that's what it has. Yeah, the 32 Nash has got something similar, but it's got a little aluminum gauge that moves around like that, which is a little more visible than this. But if you understand that, you do 2 lines on it, you know when it has oil and when it needs it, once you're familiar with it a little bit. The firewall looks real good in it. Nobody's garbaged the firewall up. Well, let's close this side of the hood and go to the other side, and the radiator is nice and straight on this side. And